Hey, it's Zach. We're backstage at XFest 2017 with Chrysanta, Sam, and Matt from Low Moon.
How you doing, man?
Guys, I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Thanks for coming through.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
Patience comes to mind when I think about Low Moon. I don't know if other people have said that, but the story I've read, I mean, you listen to Loveless, and it's just the musical development is so patient, and you guys seem so patient with the way you've released stuff. You read the story about how you got together as a band, and you seem pretty patient with that process. Like, do you feel like that's the case, or is it just kind of?
Yeah, a lot of patience was needed by the band and by myself and everyone that's gotten involved with us, because we've just been really focused on trying to get it right from a musical standpoint. And you know, for us, it was just about that and conveying that and making sure that when we did do something, we felt really, really strong about it. And I think we've said this a bunch, but it just takes time to know that you're doing it right. It needs to live and it needs to breathe, and then you need to be able to look at it and go, yeah, I still like this after 8 months. This feels right. And sometimes you know sooner, but with Loveless, you know, that song just went through a bunch of different phases and took some time to get there, and everyone, I guess, was really patient. But
well, and then even to listen to, I mean, it's a 7-minute song. So people with, you know, really bad, like, nobody has an attention span anymore.
No.
So they might even look at a song and they'll see that it's 7 minutes, and they don't even, you know, they don't want to commit to 7 minutes.
I know.
7-minute song.
I know.
I know. Wants to commit to that.
Well,
there's like, you could almost listen to 3 songs in that time.
That's true, but although there has been kind of a lot of longer songs being put out lately.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is that I love that people
everyone
can write
copied
7-minute
us.
songs.
Everyone copied us.
Well, that came out and it caught people's ear, and they thought, well, hey, if they can do it and get some,
I don't know,
play out of it, then we'll do it too.
I think no, because we were working on that song for 5.5 years.
Exactly. That song's been
been
was
sitting there
a little over 5 minutes for the last 5 years. It's like a minute for every year. And then
exactly.
You just slapped
It was.
a couple
It was
in.
actually. It was like
it was shorter.
when I showed these guys the song, it was 4.5 minutes,
Right.
and then it ended up being 6 minutes, and then 7, and then we landed on 7 minutes. Felt right.
But it's so beautiful. And the
thank
video,
you.
man. The video is gorgeous.
Yeah, Warren Fu is amazing, and he captured the band in such a beautiful way. We couldn't be happier with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's emotional musically. I mean, then with the video imagery, and then you've got, I mean, these huge syncopated hits in there.
Yeah, it's amazing. The video is so beautiful. We love it.
It is. I could like music geek out all day long on the composition of it all, but sonically also, you guys have had again some time to explore potential sonic realms of where you want to go with your band with instruments.
Totally.
And in the realm of synths and all kinds of hardware and different things like that, right? So was it kind of a can of worms to have that much time to sort of explore all these different sonic possibilities, or do you stumble across a few and say,
there were
this
times
is what we want?
There were times when it was a can of worms.
Few dives.
Yeah, because you're dabbling with a lot of synth stuff, right?
Yeah, all of us really.
Okay.
But yeah, there was a lot of times where we would be finding the right sound for hours. Yeah.
Speaking of patience, Chrysanta has more patience than either of us.
Yeah.
Because you're the one who mastered the Fairlight,
which is an impossible machine from the 80s that nobody's ever mastered. It's I mean, you could explain it better.
It's it's like early recording. It's like a synth that has a sequencer and a sampler in it, but it's from the 80s.
What's it called again? Because I missed
the Fairlight CMI 2X.
Okay.
So it's like the Peter Gabriel synth.
Prince.
Kate
Bush, Prince, all the drum sounds on that.
Okay,
on the Peter Gabriel
but it's
record.
like floppy disks like this big.
Wow.
And,
Actual old floppy disks.
Yeah, it's the
3.5 inch.
first like recorded sampler. Really.
Okay, so it's sample based everything, so it doesn't have to stay in tune or anything.
It can be. It
comes with a library as well.
It comes with a library. Yeah, it's a whole dive.
Yeah.
And the best bit was when we actually got the synth. The guy who lent it to us was like, "You're never going to be able to figure out page R, because that's where, you know, you sequence the drums." And Chrysanta was in a room for 2 weeks, and I was going nuts, like in the other room, like, what is going on over there, you know? So, but we got there, and she, you know, I remember she freaked out one day because she had some drums that were sequenced in time with one of the songs, and it was just, and you can't. The thing about that synth is that you can't actually ever replicate that again.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
so it's like, someone can try to do what we did on that song, but they won't actually get there. They'll get a similar version of what we did, and that was what we were really excited about.
Yeah.
It's also a really handy space heater.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
really
that.
hot.
It
It's
gets
so
hot,
hot.
right?
yeah, it's
they're
miserable.
They're not everybody has those.
No,
they're not
they're-
easy to find one that works.
They're impossible to
No.
find.
So now someone lent it to you.
Yeah,
It's becoming a
We gave it
integral
back
part
to
of
him.
the
No, we gave
sound.
it back.
Oh, you just
Yeah.
used it to record?
yeah.
Yeah.
We just
It's
rented
not-
it for the
it's-
record,
It's
basically.
not convenient to perform, drag it around on tour.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay.
Like by the end of
No.
recording, some chips got loosed and
No.
like only half the keyboard
It's-
worked.
it's
Prince
big.
u-
It's
when
big.
Prince used it, he basically had a dude next to him that was just making sure it didn't break
Wow, like
on
a-
stage, like sitting next to him
Oh,
on
no
stage.
kidding.
Yeah,
Okay.
it requires like an engineer.
its own
mental.
specific
Yeah.
tech
Engineer.
to
Yeah.
constantly be working around the clock with it,
It's
even
pretty
while
mental.
you're performing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super
Well, it's all of this experimentation and sounds and the time that you've had to take with it all comes through the music, and it's phenomenal.
Oh,
so,
thank you.
Thank you.
It's
Thanks.
great that you have the support to do that.
Yes, I was just saying, it was scary when we were able to just make a record behind everyone's back without having anything out. But
Well, and this is what's hilarious too, is that I don't think you were going for this. Maybe you were, but then all of the headlines come out. The mystery behind Lone
Yeah,
Moon,
it
the
wasn't-
mysterious. You weren't
yeah.
trying to be mysterious.
no, we weren't. I
You were
mean,
just making
we were just
music
trying to
and
make
hanging
music,
out,
and everyone
right?
was like, "Oh, there's no face behind this music." Like, why does there have to be a face behind the music?
Yeah.
Right. We weren't doing that on purpose. We were just
Right.
doing that to put the music out first.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. When you
Yeah.
release music, it's like you want people to get into the music. You don't want people to get into who's in the band or why they're in a band. That stuff comes out, and people love that stuff, and I get it because I've been into bands my entire
Yeah.
life. But that's not the thing we thought we wanted to lead with. So we were
Yeah.
really happy with how it took shape over time.
Yeah, and you've got, and then This Is It came
Yeah.
out, and so what's the like the noodling on the instrument at the end there? Because it's not quite a guitar. It's something with strings, but is it?
It's an acoustic guitar.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. it
Oh, the
sounds-
noodling.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
you've listened to the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I think a lot of
Man.
people would get there.
No, at the end you think
Yeah, that's an
it's-
acoustic guitar. That's
yeah,
just
like
Sam.
the song ends and it's
That's
just,
Sam on acoustic guitar. There was a drone going, and I had this piano
Okay.
part that was written, and we would jam over this piano part. But then
That's
the
cool.
piano part ended, and Sam just kept going. And I remember the moment we had record, and we were all in the control room going, "That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
Get
beautiful.
that." And so we kept it.
It sounds like the next song's starting, but then I realized it can't be because
The next
just
song
the one
is starting
song.
though at the very
Oh,
very
it
end,
does?
which some people have picked up on, which is cool.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the album is done.
Yeah, it's
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah,
Okay,
tweaks,
so it's not-
tweaks here and there.
It's
Like,
not shrink wrapped yet or anything. Ready to ship.
It's close.
It's
It's really
close.
close. Yeah.
Do you even want to tell me if are the average song lengths?
No,
Because
there's
even This Is It is like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
5+.
there's an edit of that.
Loveless is the longest, I think.
Loveless is the
It's
longest.
the only real
yeah.
long song. They're
Yeah.
not all.
There's a few more jammy songs that have some beauty moments, but I don't think
Yeah.
any of them reach 7 minutes.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
Well, I'm sure it's
Fi-
gonna be.
5
Maybe
minutes.
maybe six. Maybe there's a six
Maybe
in there.
there's six there. There's definitely a six
I
in there.
think there's a
somewhere.
sixer.
Yeah, you see in your sequencing of the album, you probably took a lot of time with
Yes,
because you
that
want
was-
it to be something people put on and listen to front
Yeah.
to back. I'm guessing with just from what little I've seen you guys do so far that it needs to be that kind of record.
Yeah, we wanted it to be seamless, I think,
Not
Yeah, we
sure.
tried
Fair,
for it to be
like,
seamless.
in
Yeah.
a way.
But the
Okay, cool.
sequencing was a tough moment because I would make 5 sequences a day and just send it to the guys.
Yeah.
And then both of them would be like, "No, I don't like that," and so I
Yeah.
just kept sending them until they just quit trying to figure it out. So that because it just took forever to, and we got help with the sequencing, which was amazing because it's really hard. You're so close to it, you need somebody to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you help me with this?
Right, and it's great to be receptive for that help too, because to get someone else's ears on something like that, someone you trust, especially anyway,
so important.
it's essential.
Yeah.
Cool. We're back here with X-Fest 2017, Low Moon. Can't wait to hear the record.
Oh, thank you, man.
Can't wait to just put
Thank
it on
you.
for the first time I get it and listen to it all.
Oh, thanks.
And to hear you guys play today, it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, my
Thanks for
pleasure.
having us.
Thanks.
91X.